Lunch at Enchanté on the Disney Wish was incredible, but it's a very limited menu, so what if you're vegetarian, gluten intolerant, or have a food allergy? Will they adapt? We have quite a few requirements, and they served us the best food we've ever had at sea. With a menu designed by a Michelin-starred chef and bright, sleek design based on Lumiere from Beauty and the Beast, we were excited for the 6-course prix experience at Enchanté. And compared to our Palo dinner on the Wish, everything was brighter. I don't know what this little thing was on the table, and turns out it's the menu stand. And we get to read about Lumiere being the Casanova of candelabras and the ultimate host. And this chandelier is inspired by the champagne themes. So everything here is kind of champagne and candelabras. You know a restaurant's fancy when they have a chair just for your purse. There's a full zero-proof cocktail menu that look lovely. Ooh, this one has Fever Tree, Elderflower, and Brunswick Aces Spades, which I think is what they made my drink with last night, the gin flavor profile. But I think I'm gonna try the Taste of Bubbles and get 3 different non-alcoholic champagne-based mocktails.
It could be that we're here during the day, whereas we were at Palo at night, but this space is so much brighter and whiter and blue.
Elegant.
It feels elegant. Also feels different than Remy does on the classic ships.
Marie.
Hard at work.
The baguettes. Hurry up. Lots of layers of cabbage.
And it's warm, but like there's a nice salt to it as well. So when I think of an Amuse, I think of something that's like a thimble, like the size of the
salt cellar.
Yeah, exactly. But this is a salad in some places.
It's a hearty amuse-bouche.
Yeah.
This is beautifully bright. The kimchi has a nice zip to it. It is very salty, but in a good way, not too salty. But I love how the cabbage is this bright green. So often cabbage gets just pulverized when they cook it. And this is nice and soft, but not completely demolished. Feels like it was treated tenderly. And I do love that they pivoted to, gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan, no problem, and gave us this really lovely taste that definitely woke up my palate without even batting an eyelash. They even said, here's the menu, but most of it as it stands doesn't work for you, but that's fine. We've got this, this, and that, and it'll be a great substitute. You'll get a gnocchi, you'll get a turbot, it'll be lovely. And so didn't wrinkle their nose and weren't concerned. It's awesome. Drinks are here.
So we have peach, white cranberry, and grape. Enjoy.
Thank you.
They look so toasted, they're crispy.
They are crispy on top because they're seared, but they're very delicate, so you have to be careful like smushing them down because they'll just kind of pop.
They're 100% potato.
100% potato.
Which makes them...
They're basically hash browns.
They're perfect.
They're basically tater tots.
That is a fancy tater tot. They are the perfect... They are the perfect Thanksgiving like mashed potato variation for a French restaurant.
I think we're turning, and given the fact that we're up on 12, it's very notable.
Yeah.
And this is a spinach reduction, right? Mm-hmm. It's very light.
Good.
It's lovely.
I don't have room for a ton of food, but I think I can manage these guys. These are lovely. They're very light. They're not super complex. They're just like perfectly executed. There were little dots around the plate that I couldn't quite tell what they were. I actually think they're just more of the spinach reduction that were placed before the plate came out, just to add a little extra beautiful plating. But no, they are lovely, and they are thankfully the gnocchi redemption after last night's questionable gnocchi situation down in 1923. This is the first of my bubbly trio. It's the peach. Ooh. The peach is very strong on the nose. If you don't like peach Jolly Ranchers, this may not be the champagne mocktail for you. It's very sweet, it's very peachy, but it doesn't taste like a soda. And sometimes with mocktails, you end up feeling like you just bought yourself a very expensive fruity soda. This one has a champagne element to it. It's very, I don't know if it's the bubbles or the floralness is a little lighter, but it's lovely.
So the beetroot dish is lots of different sizes of diced up beets. There's little tiny pieces, there's bigger, thicker cuts of it, as well as a thin slice of it. So the beets themselves are lovely, but it's interesting is the sauce on top of it, which is like this complex, rich tasting sauce. I'm getting like raisin on it. So I don't know if it's just the reduction of whatever vinegar they're using on it, but very flavorful.
They did let us know that the chef comes from the Champagne region of France, which is why champagne is so prominently featured here. And that beetroot is very significant to that region. So this is a dish that he's known for both at his restaurant there in the Champagne region of France and here on the Disney ships. This top piece of beetroot is very, very thinly sliced and heavily salted to balance out some of the bitterness of the bigger pieces of beet. And then the smaller pieces, from what I can tell, have been reduced because they almost seem like syrupy. Not in a way that they added something syrupy to it, but like the beet itself is reduced. If you don't like beet, it may be too beety for you, but it's not overpowering. As someone who does like beet, it is complex and interesting and not overpowering, because sometimes, even though I like beets, they can get overpowering. And this is all beet, but totally approachable and delicious. One of the guests on board was having a medical emergency, and so we had about 40 minutes to get ourselves to Port Everglades, and I feel like we're just docking. I hope they get the care that they need. Quite the view. Everyone's waving. You're not used to seeing the wish through here.
Carrot. So you definitely got a lot of sweetness from the carrot, but you also get the cumin definitely comes through. So there's almost like a Tex-Mex, so almost chili type. There's a little bit of heat from the cumin. It's really good. It's really interesting.
And he said the seeds are like a
buckwheat
seed.
So they add some crispiness.
They add some crispiness,
no gluten.
right? Such a pretty little perfect bite. We're going by Disney's terminal in Fort Lauderdale. This one is the grapefruit bubbles, and it's real grapefruit juice. There's pulp in there, so it has that bitter bite, but it actually cuts through the cumin really well on the carrots, so I think it's the right selection to go with this course. I know I said the peach wasn't that sweet, but with each progressive flavor, I'm like, no, it was straight peach syrup. A Portuguese turbot with a fish reduction. With some of the most beautiful plating. These are not ginormous portions. It is a very large plate, but still. As your main course, you're going to get, 5 bites of fish out of that. So it's okay that it's multiple courses. It's not going to send you home rolling.
No.
Like a girl who ate a blueberry
I don't feel
gum at Wonka's factory.
I don't feel uncomfortable. We went into this already having had a breakfast, basically.
Like an hour ago?
Yes, and being pretty full to begin with. And we were kind of like, okay, I guess we'll go eat 6 courses. But I'm not feeling full at all. Everything is really fresh and bright tasting, and the portions are perfect size.
This is a really firm fish. I expected it to flake off a little more. I actually used my knife to get it. You okay over there?
Sorry.
You keep moaning.
I'm sorry. The cipollini onion is great. There's like such a sweetness to it.
I said I'm going to start making a fish bone broth at home if this is what it tastes like. Nick says he doesn't think I could pull this off in my Instant Pot. Challenge accepted. I was surprised at how firm the fish was, and I remember he did say that they salt it really thoroughly to try to draw out some of the moisture, which I think makes it even more firm and delicious. And I'm going to pair the perfect Thanksgiving roasty onion flavors in the turbot with my third bubbly mocktail. This one is white cranberry and is the lightest and the kind of purest of the flavors and is, again, perfect Thanksgiving. White cranberry. It's festive. Wow.
But very easy. I have only 2 different styles of port. I have the tawny port and the vintage port. I have to be careful.
Yes.
I have to tell you as well, the glass costs $1,100.
Oh.
Yes. Absolutely. Otherwise, it's quite normal. $18, $45, $82.
The service was truly unparalleled. So if fine dining intimidates you, know that they will guide you and explain every detail along the way. Hazelnut praline dark chocolate and
a raspberry gel roll.
fruit roll-up.
And a fruit roll.
Just a little extra treat. And our silverware changed color. Now it's gold. Fancy.
If someone loves the silverware before the last petal falls, it turns back to silver.
Oh no.
No?
Sorry guys.
Thankfully,
Beautiful.
beautiful Fort.
Fort Lauderdale. It was so scenic for a little bit there.
You think I should start with a gel?
You start with whatever you
I'll
want.
start with a gel.
But do you unroll it?
I don't think you unroll it.
No?
You pop it in your mouth.
You're no fun? You don't play with your food?
I never had fruit roll-ups as a kid.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Hopefully we can redeem your childhood here.
I feel confident this is not what the fruit roll-ups taste
No?
like as a kid. No.
Not in my 3rd grade class.
This is sometimes with like a port, there's like that little bit of burn at the end. This is wonderfully smooth. This is the 30-year, and like I definitely get the vanilla that he was talking about for sure. Oh, it's really good.
Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Mango sorbet on a bed of actual mango. But this is stunning.
Thank you so much.
How do I get in here? Oh my goodness. It's like a marshmallow inside.
That.
Wow.
I was impressed with the chocolate souffle last night, but this is the hidden pearl that Jack Sparrow sails the seas to find.
Oh no, be gentle when you break it.
Oh my.
Right?
It's funny because you think the outside is white, but the outside is clear, and it's the white cream on the inside with the sugar shell on the outside. This is crazy.
Yeah, the clear shell almost has like an opalescent shimmer to it. And it's an almond milk cream with some mango compote. So way to take fruit and cream and make it maybe the most elevated thing ever. And this ended up being a passion fruit sorbet with a mango compote underneath, and it is really, really lovely. I love passion fruit so much. But look how hefty this bowl is. We were just remarking on how every plate, every piece of flatware, every dish is so skillfully chosen. Just beautiful. Be sure to check out our Palo video, but don't forget all the fantastic meals that we had that were included in the price of our Disney Wish cruise. We loved sailing on the Wish and can't wait to show you more next time, travelers. And hey, subscribe. Thanks.